Okay, welcome. Yeah, this is my first live stream ever. I don't know if you know this, but I usually record all of my lines like a sentence at a time, so this might be a little bit difficult for me, but that's okay. I hope this is entertaining to you guys somehow. Still not sure if I'm gonna upload this VOD, but yeah, today I'm just gonna be going over kind of my devlog process of making this game. I'm trying to get it done in like week and a half maybe. That way I can get the video out and you guys can watch it. And hopefully, well, a little secret here, but I'm thinking about sending this exclusive game that I'm working on right now to a couple YouTubers, maybe like 10. I'm not 100% sure yet, but yeah, I'm really excited to be doing that. I've like kind of always made, not always, some of my earliest games were like FNAF type games, just because I loved the original FNAF game so much. I mean, I was pretty young then, and I don't know, I something about those games really stuck with me. I don't know if it was the people that I was watching or playing it with my sisters and brother, but I don't know, something about it. It was a really good game, and I'd kind of like to recreate that in my game a little bit. So yeah, I guess it's time just to get to it. I've never really streamed this process before, and oh yeah, because it's my first stream, but it's kind of difficult to show people what you're working on, and maybe a little bit vulnerable to show your creative process. So hopefully that's not too hard for me. If you guys see some mistakes, it's okay. I got my reference on the right here. I don't know if you can see it. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, save it. I'm gonna do like a subdivision surface modifier. That's how I see a lot of people creating heads and stuff. I'm gonna try to do like a mask type thing for this. Subdivide this. Alright, well, there's the first mistake of the stream. I guess we got it out of the way. I want to give this more of a rounded shape, but how can I do this? I think if I... Oh, shoot. For the last character, I did something like this, where I had his face like smushed down like this, and then I made it more rounded, but this one I was thinking more of like a mask. Like I had the mini arenas pulled up here. I kind of like those. I mean, they freak me out. So if I can do something similar, I've succeeded. Yeah, so they got more of like a rounded head shape, and then the eyes and mouth are kind of like the void there, connected by that bridge. So let's see. I guess I can. Oh no! I swear I've done Blender before. It's not my first time. I rotate it. It's more of a rounded head shape. It's tough to figure out. I guess I'll do like a full head. Since I am gonna be making like a full animatronic for this one. I'll do a loop cut there. I should probably figure out how to get my inputs on here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Probably want a bigger ridge there. Kind of like a Freddy head or like a Bonnie head. I need another loop cut. Yeah, because I'm gonna sculpt the heck out of this anyways, but is the side profile looking okay? I'm gonna take out this frontal nose part because I don't want him to be like a bear or something. If I stick that out, little Chad jaw. Curve that back up here. But yeah, man, it was just something about the OG FNAF games that were really, really stuck with me, you know? I did not mean to click on that. I think it was just because there was so much passion behind the game. I mean, you can really tell, I think. Maybe you can't, but I think you can really tell when someone has a lot of passion for the things they do and they take inspiration from other places, which is ironic because I'm taking this entire thing from Scott Cawthon, and you know, all the various FNAF games that I liked. Like I always liked The Joy of Creation. That was a good one. I'm gonna select these here just so I can kind of round out the shape if I scale these inwards. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. See what I'm going for? Oh, ooh, I don't know if this is gonna pan out. I keep doing scale X when I mean to do scale Y. Maybe I'm not set on the right axis that I think I am. I'm not too consistent about that type of thing. Let's give him more of a nose. Let's get out of X-ray mode, and I can't really see anything. Yeah, okay. That looks really goofy, but I'm gonna sculpt this later. I'm a programmer. I'm not an artist. I don't know if you guys noticed. Probably did. Because what the heck is this? It's fine. It's fine. We'll sculpt it out, right? Yeah. Yeah, that'll sculpt out. Totally. Alright, his chin looks really weird. I'm gonna have everything kind of... Oh, no. I gotta make sure these are even. I guess I can bring these down some. Yeah, that helps out a lot, actually. I'm not liking his nose. Let's see if I can do that, and then bring these two inward a little bit. These down. So I'm just trying to give more shape to his nose, because, I mean, holy cow. This is looking... They don't have noses at all. Do any of these people... Okay, well, Chica has a nose, but... yeah, okay, they don't have noses. I think I'm making this guy look really goofy. So maybe let's not do that. Maybe like a slight nose ridge, but not the whole nostrils and whatnot. I don't think anything is scary that has nostrils. Don't fact check me on that. There might be something scary that has nostrils. Okay, so I think I'm kind of blending the two ideas in my head. And not in a good way. Because right now I have the kind of mask thing going on here where his face is really flat. But then in the back here I have like the helmet head type of thing. I think I just need to decide more. Helmet or mask? Because I mean, I would say these are like the... Let me look it up. I don't know, I always thought the puppet was super scary. I mean, he was probably my favorite, but... Is there a side profile of him? Does he have like a... I think the back of his head is actually black. Let me look it up. Yep. Yeah, actually, so he's kind of just wearing a mask. Let's do that. Because... Okay, I mean, I admit this looks goofy now, but it will come out better. Probably. I don't know why I'm selecting all this stuff. Yeah. I hope my audio levels are okay with the music and whatnot. Let me check on my laptop. Yeah, it's okay. Sorry about the echo there. Yeah, so I mean, I've never streamed before, and I never knew the delay was that bad. Like, I talk, and then I check my laptop, and maybe 20 seconds later, it's back. I mean, like I can hear what I said. Though this topology is not great. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of smush his head back together. I need this back on. I need to turn on X-ray mode so I can like get all of these vertices. So yeah. So I'm trying to smush the back of his head back together so it's more like a mask type thing again. Yeah, it's getting there. I think his face is really high. Like, the lower third of his face is taking up like half right now. Which is not great. Ooh, that's messy. I don't know how to... I don't know where the dividing line is here. Like, I don't know where his face actually begins. I think it's here. Yeah. And then take this part up. No. Okay. Yeah, so let's bring this part up here. I think part of the magic of all the FNAF games, at least, was a small part maybe, but I think the like how everything was kind of pre-rendered, right? So I mean, like, it ran extremely well, and I really value that it could get to everybody, kind of, and that's kind of something I've always wanted for my games, you know, that like everybody could just pick it up and play it without a $1 million PC. And it still looks good because, I mean, everything was pre-rendered. That's kind of what I'm going for here. I should probably save this. It would not be surprising to me if Blender crashed on me right now. I think I was going to name this one Proto. It was between Proto and Prototype, but I'm not really sure. Which one? I think in the code I referred to him as Prototype, so I'm just going to keep that one. It's getting more like a mask thing, but I'm not loving the Chad chin thing right now. Because all I have to do right now is get a base shape. Oh yeah, that's messed up. All I have to do right now is get a base shape for those, you know, sculpting and modeling part. Because let me add a loop here, and then I just have to get a base shape going before I can get to the sculpting. SY. There, I did it again. I've been meaning to do SX and I do SY. I think, like, as a whole, his face is really wide. So turn this on. That's getting a little scarier, I think. I mean, there's like no features at all, so there's that. I'm gonna get rid of this ridge back here. I don't like it. Nope. It's like weirdly defined, and nothing else is that defined in here. And that might cause some problems later when we do subdivision surface and stuff. This works if I can round it out a little bit better. 2, 3. There's got to be a better way of doing this. Yeah. Let's pull all these out. I mean, I want to round it out like a head, but it's not a head. It's a mask, so. It still looks weird having it be completely flat, though. Are we getting somewhere? I think we are. Maybe if I take these in, it'll be like temples a little bit. I did it again. That looks kind of dumb. I don't know. Lots to think about there. I might have to wait until I model the teeth to do this. Because I want to have like a big open smile, I guess. But I have to leave room for the... I'll probably do like an upper lower part. So I should take all this jaw stuff out. So I can have the jaw be in 2 parts. Wait, no. So I can have the jaw be in 2 parts, which means I wouldn't have to exactly line up this stuff. That's not... I gotta try to put these back to where they were about. Yeah. So, I mean, there should be like a fall off here in between like his upper jaw and like teeth area, and like should be a hard fall off, so it's not like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but because I want more of a defined edge between the upper jaw area and the teeth. Not upper jaw, but I don't know. Kind of like that. Inward a little bit. Because why is that different? I gotta go all the way back to whenever that was messed up. Oh, I had it accidentally selected there. That's okay. Just gotta put these back together. It reminds me of the like original FNAF lore, like I will put you back together. Man, I loved pretending that I could keep up with the lore, but holy cow, it got so crazy. I've been out of that game a long time, trying to keep up with the lore, but still fun to listen to. You know, it's a good background that I like to listen to sometimes. It's got but man, like OG game theory. I mean, you can see how much I like game theory based on the videos on this channel. I mean, I'm kind of throwing YouTube some curveballs here. I posted some like Unity tutorials and like tech videos because I mean I really do care about that. I didn't have a ton of help with Unity, and I remember I was asking my uncle because he worked at Visa, and like I thought he was like really good at coding, and he might be, but I think he's more of like a manager. But I would ask him like all the time for help with this Unity game. You know, he tried, but oh man, I was so lost. I wish I had pictures of those my first coding examples in those games, because they were not great, but it was kind of funny, you know. I don't expect it to be great or anything, because I was like 8, 9, I don't know. Okay, I think this is okay for at least starting for sculpting, I think. How's that? Yeah, because I mean, we can have like some eye cutouts, or maybe not cutouts, but like sculpted eyes here, and then that's a really big. I think what I'm trying to do is like, let me get the grease pencil, like this and this, and then what it looks like I want to do is like this, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do like have teeth and stuff be here, and then have like another lower jaw section. But I think his face is currently way too wide to be doing that. So how can I fix this? I think my options right now are to go with this mouth, which I don't want to do, or kind of push all this stuff upwards so that we have room for like a disconnected lower jaw, kind of like original because I think original Chica had a disconnected jaw. Yeah, like that. Probably not that extreme, but maybe like the distance between her upper and lower teeth, I'd do something like that here. Which means, yeah, I mean, it's just the top half of her face here, so I think anything below here can get cut off. Let's grab some Gatorade. Not sponsored, I just like Gatorade. Oh, let's see. So it looks like everything below this line is part of the lower jaw. How does that mess things up here? I think I want to deselect these because they're messing some stuff up. How does that work? Yeah, kind of. Is that... No, I don't want a grease pencil. Oh no. Is that stuck there? No. Yeah, it's kind of getting there. Like if that was... That's the lower... Those are the eyes and stuff. I think the eyes gotta be lower. They'll be like here, but... So if I have the eyes here, I can have like the teeth and stuff. So I'll just jut out a tiny bit. Select the faces. Let's see. Yeah, kind of. Shade smooth. Yeah, I think we're getting there. I'm gonna go to sculpting now. So I'm gonna press N, tool, symmetry, then mirror X. Because, I mean, there's no way I'd be able to do all this stuff without the symmetry tool. Man, it's so helpful. I'm trying to make eye sockets or something here. Why is that not? That's not the correct area. I don't think that's working properly. Because like if I grab, yeah, if I do like an elastic grab, it's not. Why is this not mirroring properly? Oh wait. Because this is my actual mesh. So if I convert this to mesh, oh no. If I convert this to mesh, then I'll be able to sculpt now. See if this works. No. Oh, wait. Am I crazy? It's got the symmetry on and no symmetry. Interesting. I'm gonna name this mask. I'm gonna look up why the symmetry is not working. It's always fun just to have the tools. Well, honestly, there's probably nothing wrong with my tools, but I think I'm just not using it right. The origin of the mesh is not in the center. It's pretty close to the center. That's... Oh, I think I'm screwed up because this is the X direction, not this. Oh man, my whole... I think just everything's been messed up because I've had this twisted. I'm not gonna do that anymore. So is this negative X? No, it's still messed up. RZ180. Yeah. This is the front of the mask. So now we have X and then negative X on the side. Sculpt. See if it works now. Yay! Okay. There's nothing wrong with Blender software. They make awesome software. They just have stupid users. Okay, yeah, so now I have sculpting that works, so let me make some eye sockets. Let me shade smooth so I can actually see what this is gonna look like. Sculpt mode. Like lower eye sockets like that. Yeah, kind of. Let me throw in another subsurf modifier. 2? 1. I'll do 1 for now. If it still ends up looking chunky later, I will bump that up to 2, but not right now. Let me see if this stream is still unlisted. Earlier I had the stream unlisted, just to do some like testing and stuff. But wait, what? Okay, I did this earlier in. Am I still unlisted? I don't understand. Public save. Interesting. Okay, I had to redo that. Wow, okay. Well, that's a little bit embarrassing. I guess I'm just gonna keep going. Maybe I will post the VOD and just clip it up until that point, so people that are checking in now can see what the heck I've been doing for like the past. How long have I been streaming? 20 minutes. Wait. Yeah, 24 minutes. I can't believe that wasn't public. I keep accidentally clicking on the reference images. It's okay, we didn't get that far anyways. I have a lot bigger plans for this video. My goals for this video are to, or this stream I guess, are to finish modeling the entire mask animatronic and get it actually imported into the game here. I spent a lot of time. I spent a good amount of time like working on these like late at night, which is really scary, and I'll talk about that more in a minute here. But yeah, I've made a ton of progress, and I'm excited to add this new prototype one into the game. I gotta do a better job of sculpting this stuff. Let me add a nose ridge. Nope. I kind of gave him 2 there. Nope. I think I'll do like a lower strength and a higher brush here. See if that fixes things. A little bit, yeah. More of a brow ridge. His jaw is really messed up. Sophia like an elongated face here. Nope. I'm not trying to give him that much of a butt chin. See if I can go upwards more. No. So if I can push this upwards, then have his teeth start from here, I can have the rest of it out there. Maybe higher cheekbones might help this out a little bit more. Let's give him some cheekbones. Yeah, that's something. But it was kind of in his eye socket a little bit. Nose is looking pretty flat. Let me add some bigger cheekbones here. I might color these in later and when I do the texture painting. And actually just to give me a better idea of what it's gonna look like. Let's give him some eyeballs for now. I'm sure I'm gonna regret that later, but eyeball. Generate, and then mirror, just so I don't have to line it up exactly with it. But mirror objects, mask. It's black and yeah, that'll work. Looks like a bug. Alright, well that's terrifying. Not in a good way though. I think this looks, yeah, it's not great, but it's getting there. See what he looks like in the light. Yeah, I think that would really freak me out if I got jump scared by that thing. Yeah, no, that would be pretty bad. So I'm gonna keep sculpting this guy. But I think the sculpting the eye area really gives you a better sense of the character. That's something. What's up with this? Why is it so high? There we go. Yeah, I don't really have a method for sculpting these things. I kind of just keep it going until it looks right. And if you're looking to me for advice, don't, because that's probably not the right thing to do. I mean, there's probably like a whole workflow for that type of thing, but that's not me. I'm just doing this because I don't have any other artists to work on this game, or none that I could find within like the week and a half that I want to make this video in. I'm trying to flatten out this bottom portion here. If I edit mode, nah, it's not gonna work. I'm trying to flatten out the bottom portion here so I can add the teeth and stuff. Let's see. So if I have the teeth here, what does that look like? Let's go into our expert. So if I add the teeth here, how does that look? They're kind of not registering as teeth to me. What's this looking like? It looks like his head is on top of something else, but I'm kind of seeing the problem here. It's like that whole, this whole like lower section below the nose is looking like the rest of the jaw, and that's not exactly what I'm going for. What are my options here? I can... Oh, these are not great, because anything I do, like I could, technically, I could just go like this, and then put that there, but that does some bad things to the topology, but I don't plan on like rigging him really. I guess I could do that, but that's kind of cheaty. It's kind of a cheaty way of doing it. And then, because there was this horror character that I really liked and I kind of wanted to add. He's a little bit based off... He's a little bit based off this character that I found on YouTube for robots. I mean, I don't want to just play his whole video here, but Albert. I thought it was Albert. Did I make that up? Yeah, so it's a little bit based off that thing, but obviously not that much. I just thought it was cool. Something interesting there. Let me redraw this stuff. How do I unannotate? Okay. So if I have like the teeth, oh wait, if I have the teeth area here, does this register more like a jaw? I think that's the word I've said the most in this entire stream, other than is jaw. Holy cow. Yeah? I mean, wait. Kinda scary. I'm getting the... I think I'm understanding it a little bit more now. You've seen it in the thumbnail probably, but not the... Because I haven't actually posted anything about this game yet. Yep. There's the other horror animatronic robot thing. I don't know what you want to call it, but this is the one that kind of spawns underneath your desk. probably my favorite so far. The other one is the Smiler, and I'm not super proud of that one. Because it's just two-dimensional, and it's kind of like a static jump scare that kind of relies more on like the audio of the jump scare than the, I don't know, the visual. It's not very I mean, it's just a static image. Well, I guess we'll see how people react to it when the game actually comes out. I've played. So I'll get into the mechanics of it a little bit more later, but I've played the 2020 mode of my game, right? Because currently I just have two animatronics. Let me just pull up the game so you guys can see what I'm talking about finally. Unity, VS Code. Yep. Okay. Wait. Sure. Why not? Let me turn down their AI levels a little bit, just so you can see what they do. I'll put them on 15. But yeah, I added some sound effects in. The first time that I was working on this Rocco jump scare, Rocco's the one that's like under the desk. I scared myself so bad. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Why did he start it? Oh my god, okay, so I just set the attack state to 10 and not the AI level. That is why that happened. I'm not, I guess I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I was kind of like that, actually. It was exactly like that, where I was working on the, I was just working on the game. And I'd never seen the jump scare before. I'd never actually seen what it looked like. And holy cow, it scared me so bad. Because, I mean, I'd never seen it. I made the jump scare sound like from scratch, like with my mic, making some pretty strange noises. But I'd never seen what it did. So this one has like a flash timer. I mean, I'll get into, okay. So this one's like more active now. If you flash him a lot, you can actually get him to go back. Yeah, there he is. But it's much harder to do, to get him to go back later. Like later, I don't know if I'm gonna do like a 5 nights thing, but it's easier to get him to go back earlier in the game, I would say. And then this one, if I don't flash him for a while, he will cause like a blackout kind of. And I have like 3 seconds to flash the window. If you don't flash the window, you die. And then next time I add something, okay. I thought he'd be going back by now. Alright, yeah, that's a blackout. And then, so if I don't flash it, or if I'm too late to flashing it, it'll, alright, yeah, it'll do that. And hopefully you can see what I mean about relying on the sound of the jump scare a little bit too much. It's not that scary of an image, but I don't know. I think the jump scare itself can still be scary, even if it's not like a exactly terrifying moment. I think like a lot of the scariest parts about the earliest FNAF games were not that the jump scares were scary, because they really weren't, but it was more so like how stressed out you were, and like how many different things you were managing. You were on edge while doing this stuff, and that's kind of the feeling I want to create. So it's not, you know, it's terrifying. Like some jump scares can be really terrifying. Like FNAF 4 kind of got there. FNAF 3 was terrible. Terrible jump scares. I mean, they were only bad if you were really stressed out about what you were doing, and if you were playing right, you were. But I don't know. That's not the most fun part of FNAF to me. I I think my favorite part would be the, you know, just managing all these things at the same time. That is crazy. He looks like a bug or something. Yeah. Interesting. Let me at least get the teeth modeled. I gotta think about how I want to do this. Because Chica has kind of the same thing, where it's like there's like a base plate for the teeth to be going on. I guess I can model that first. Let me get an arc. Excuse me. Because I think I'll just create an arc like this and then scale it this way, just so we have a little bit of curvature to our mask setup and stuff. Nope. RX. Maybe this way. That's really wide. Make sure it has the same skin material. Make that a little thicker. I never know exactly how many segments to do when I bevel, but I mean, obviously it depends on the use case, but I don't know. I can never be sure, really. Because, I mean, you don't have too many. Wait, can I extrude it? Yeah. You don't want to have too many and then, you know, wreck your game with optimization, but I guess optimization doesn't really matter since all this stuff is pre-rendered. But still, you know, I don't want to blow up my computer working on this stuff. And then I'll do like a... Last time I had like a teeth bar, which was like kind of like a two-dimensional thing. But I'll have like an inset here where all the teeth can come from. I'll have like a metal type controller, which is mostly just black. I mean, you can see like in Chica's mouth there. It's not like a shiny metal, but it's just a place for the teeth to spawn from. And I guess I'll try to do the same thing here, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Because, wait, would you even see the top jaw area? I don't think you would. I'm not gonna worry about it if you can't see it. Where am I? Okay. Alright, I'm lost. 90. -5. Yeah, so I kind of have to throw him in this hallway type scene. So I don't think I'll ever see that part of his jaw. Lower jaw? Yeah. RX. No. Start modeling some teeth. How about that? And mirror modifier, subsurf, that type of thing. Add modifier. Where's my subsurf? Yeah. I don't know the difference between these. Is that gonna work? No. I'll make these edge loops here. Yeah, that'll do. Because I want the teeth to be blocky still, but not obviously to where you can't see like the individual polygons here. RZ. I'm gonna hide the lower jaw for now, but actually no, because I want to see how long these teeth are in proportion to everything else. Shade smooth so we can see what they actually look like. Kind of look like marshmallows. I don't know if that's the right look here. SZ, maybe scale, and then that's kind of more like a tooth a little bit, I think. Maybe scale these in a little bit. But yeah, I think so. Looks pretty good. Maybe. They're a little small, actually. Alright, and then see if I add a bunch of them, if that looks normal or not. Z. Shift D. I'm starting to see a little bit of a problem. I can't add that many teeth like Chica has here because the teeth are really big. Does that work still? Hard to tell without the lower teeth. He kind of looks dumb. I talk like this, but can I see the vision a little bit? Uh-oh. Okay, I ran out of Gatorade. I might be back in a little bit. Nah, I should at least finish his head area here. So the teeth are looking kind of stupid because they look huge, but that's okay. I'm gonna delete all these. Wait, if I can get it lined up. Yeah. Let's do like smaller but taller teeth. Yeah. Shift D. I'm doing Shift D to duplicate all these really quickly. Not that quickly, I guess, but let's see what that looks like. I mean, obviously we'll add some variation in the teeth so they don't look so similar, but I am not a fan of this song that is playing right now. I just looked up some chill music that I could play for my stream, but I'm not loving it, honestly. Let's kind of throw all these teeth up here. Just so they like look embedded, kind of. Yeah, kind of getting there. A little bit. You know what it's missing? It's missing like a part that goes up more here. Can I do that? No. I don't know how to do that. Like maybe like that? Sorry if this isn't super entertaining. I'm just trying to figure out how I can get this piece to go up, but then also with the rest of the lower jaw here. I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out in a bit. Okay, it definitely looks better with the subdivision surface modifier, but okay, I'm gonna be lazy and duplicate these because I gotta get this video out. So, I should probably get this done. RX. I just want to get it kind of close so that I can line all these up manually. That's close. Kind of. I think I'm taller. Maybe. Yeah, that's pretty freaky. Wait. Because I want them to kind of start from this lower jaw place, because we'll actually be able to see that. And get rid of these back teeth here. Because they're kind of just floating on nothing, but... I think... Yeah, I mean, we're definitely getting somewhere. Let's move this back. How does this look? I'm not getting... Why are his eyes glowing? Oh, it's the axis. I kind of see it. It's a little scary. He needs more, like, animatronic stuff in there. Like, all the distance between here and here should be, like, all this, metal type stuff. But maybe a little bit less so. And then this is looking way too smooth for my liking, so I gotta figure out how to make this more like a lower jaw, I guess. Maybe do something like this? No, that's everything. Does that work? Yeah, that helps out. Well, I'm trying to do something like that, but for the back over here. But if this is the mask, then what's on the back of it? I think I have kind of conflicting ideas in my head right now, and I gotta maybe flesh this out a little bit better. What does he look like with smaller eyes? Like they're like buggy. That's not as scary, I don't think. I think if they're like deeper sunken, it looks a bit better. That was some critique I got on the Rocco character that I made. I mean, these jut out pretty far, but that's kind of scary, maybe. If I make them shiny. That's worse. I mean, worse isn't scarier, which is better, I guess. Yeah, I'm really starting to see the vision here. I think this would scare me if I saw it in the hallway here. Let me just show you guys like where I'm kind of planning to put him. I think it's the desk. Yeah. So this is the setup for the office that like everything comes, that's gonna be like, that everything is basically rendered out from, right? And everybody has their own perspective or respective area. Like Rocco Kona like always spawns from these like under the desk area. Oh no, I lost it. And in the Smiler thing, that's such a dumb name, but it's okay. The Smiler thing kind of originates from the window here, and I was thinking that we could see this prototype character kind of standing in the back hallway here. Wait, let me switch over to the other 90 degrees. Yeah, so we could maybe see him in the hallway, like standing here, like his silhouette, kind of like FNAF 2 Bonnie All Shadow. I hope that doesn't pull up Shadow Bonnie. Alright, these are all pictures of Shadow Bonnie. Jesus. hallway. No. Oh, because it was FNAF 1. I remember now. Yeah, kind of like this. Where you can just see the silhouette of him. Oh, wait, open image in new tab. Alright, that's really small still. Where you can kind of just see the silhouette of him just standing there. Menacingly. But, you know, on this side here. And then you'd be able to, like, fully see him with this hallway flash thing. And you know, he'd have like different stages of like getting closer, like maybe start just like peeking out from what there's like a, it's really hard to see when the lighting's on, but there's a corner right here, maybe like peeking out from this corner here and then just getting closer and closer, and then maybe there's like kind of like a nook right here, so maybe they could hide in that nook and kind of come out the other side of it and like hands on the door maybe. That might be too much, because basically the way that this works, let me turn on the Unity. Basically the way that this works is it's stitching together a bunch of these states and transition files, and these like this one's middle to down. Well, let me pull up left to middle, right? So it's switching around all these different sprites, basically just like playing animations, right? Let me look up middle to... So it's just playing these animations. So if we were in this transition state, and this is basically the end of the transition, and we are going from the middle to the left, and we look over, we can't really change the state that much, because it would be extremely obvious. Like if he was peeking over in the next state here, like if I created a render of him like peeking out from here, that's it would look janky, I think, if we had it immediately switched from here, which is a transition state, and then he's like just boom there. I think that would look kind of bad. I mean, these transitions are really fast anyways, so maybe it wouldn't be a big deal. But no, I can't have him peeking there, because my entire idea for him was to use this door shutting mechanic that I added to kind of thwart him that way. Because I mean, they work differently, but the Smiler thing and the Rocco, I keep wanting to call him Rocky, it's Rocco, kind of use the flashlight, and I thought it'd be interesting if this one used the door. Like have him peeking out here maybe. But I definitely like the idea of him getting closer and closer, until an eventual state where you can block him, like Ultimate Custom Night, where they just get closer and closer until it is, you know, actually you have an opportunity to stop them. Let me pull it back. Now that we know kind of a better direction for how we want this, where we want this to be headed, let's I'm gonna change. Okay, really minor thing, but I like creating these types of textures. Oh, I gotta name all this stuff. Lower teeth. I'm really bad about doing that. Like, I always forget to name all my stuff, and then I'm confused because it just says cube 1 or cube 2 or cylinder 3, and I have no idea what that means. Teeth. Upper. Is that everything? Okay, wait. Yeah. Slot 2. I want to edit this metal texture here. Color ramp. Usually I add a color ramp to the roughness, and you'll see why in a minute. It looks like parts of it are polished, or maybe not polished, I don't know. You'll see what I mean here in a second. The detail. Basically, it creates this effect where parts of it are really shiny, and it has these like random areas that are not, and they're kind of matte. I don't think I'm doing this right. Oh, that helps a little bit. Factor, detail roughness. I don't know what linksuarity does. Yeah, it kind of creates this like glinty areas, which I like a lot. Oh, I think I'm gonna scale down parts of these teeth like individually. It's not perfect, but oh no. I'll just do a loop select. Oh, that is not gonna work either. That's okay. Let's see here. Is Blender hiding part of my window? Yeah, it was. Man, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stream today because this music is getting to me. I'm not a huge fan of it. I hope that it doesn't offend my, who is this? Chill vibes and relaxing gaming music mix, 3 hours, Twitch stream, safe background music. I'm sorry if that offended that person that made this video. Where did my reference? Okay. Oh no, you guys haven't been able to see anything I'm doing. Well, hopefully you can give me a little bit of grace, because it is my first stream after all. But yeah, I did not know. Basically I had the Unity overlay above everything else, which that's annoying. Makes it look a little bit better, I think. I'm not gonna edit the teeth texture yet. But man, what's actually... If I look at an endoskeleton, I'll be able to... It's more texture work than modeling work here, I think. Maybe if I continue off his head? Nope. Oh, I think I'll just make a new object here. And hopefully just model something. Endo. In there. I don't want to mess the scale here. I should have been doing that in edit mode. Yeah, my goal here is to have something like sticking out of the endoskeleton section, I guess. I mean, I'm really just gonna do random stuff, kind of, until it looks normal, or maybe good. Hopefully it looks good, but we'll see. That's gonna make it non-planar. So I'm gonna do an inset here, so it's like kind of, would that be a spine? It's whatever's connected to it on the inside there. Not gonna make it perfect, but I want it to connect with this somehow. Maybe like that. Wait. If I extrude this down here, move these back. Because I don't intend for the player to ever see the back of the animatronic. A little bit. That helps a bit. But maybe not this stuff sticking out like that. Or maybe bevel these sides. Control B. Does that help maintain the illusion a bit better? Yes and no. think it would be better if I had this part be wider here. That helps. That definitely helps, but let's bevel these inside corners here. I think that's my plan for today. If nothing else looks good, I'm just gonna keep beveling it until it's perfectly smooth. Yeah, let's try this metal texture. Not loving the look of that so far. Let me turn off the background. Kind of. I think I've been saying that a lot. I apologize if this is getting a little bit repetitive here. But yeah, I mean this is kind of the process. It's, you know, it's, you work on something, it kind of looks good, you make an improvement, come back to it, see what's wrong with it, and you know, hopefully you get to somewhere where you're happy with it. And right now I'm gonna add some more like mixing textures with this. Like you can see there's some like lighter textures, lighter metal textures mixed in along with the darker metal textures. So I think that'll, if I create some contrast that way, it'll hopefully make it more obvious what I'm trying to do here. Maybe like a light metal. Put that up here. Oh no, I don't want the whole thing to be light metal. New light metal assign. How does that look? Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a constant process of reevaluating like how what you're working on is actually going. Maybe some loop cuts this way? There's not a ton of vertical distance here. Or like it's all the same horizontally. That's what I'm trying to say. So how can I break this up a little bit? Nope. No, because that's the outside there. I'm gonna try something here. So maybe if I have like these parts selected like that, I can assign like a lighter metal. Does that help? Control B. I mean, not all the correct faces are selected there, but yeah, I think that makes things look a little bit creepier. But let me make sure the correct textures are assigned everywhere. Oh no. Yeah, because it's like all the side faces of these here are the wrong... They have the dark texture instead of the light texture. That helps them make them look more 3D. Select shade smooth. Well, yeah, that makes it kind of look like it has more detail. Do these characters have any lights on the inside? And what I mean by that is like one ready light. Like that. Like his lights from the eyeballs are reflecting, or they're... The light from his eyeballs is making it all the way down into the lower jaw here because he has an empty head. And I guess this thing would too. But what I'm wondering is if I should add some lights like on the inside of his jaw. Wait, where's... I lost the light. It's right there. This has to be like extremely local. Why can't I see that? Probably because it's like nowhere near the actual player model. I just want to see if this is any creepier, I guess. That. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of something. But it is a little bit exposing how bad or how under detailed this section is right here. But I think that'll be more interesting once we get. Yeah, because then his teeth kind of glow in a way. But I think that'll definitely be more interesting when we get the rest of the head. Oh, okay, that's just a reflection. Is it? Okay, yeah. Well, once we get the inside of the mouth more detailed. How can I do that? If I give it this metal texture. Yeah, a little bit. Metal. Man, yeah, okay, so I'm still new to the whole commentary thing, so sometimes I forget to talk for a little bit. I get so focused on what I'm doing. Not that any of this is super hard, but I don't know, I just get a little excited about what I'm doing. And sometimes I fear that may make me worse, a little bit worse at the modeling part of it. Just because I'm focused on trying to do the commentary part, right? What the heck is that? Let's see. So I'm trying to round this out more so it looks. God. Three. No. 4. Yeah. So all this stuff is going to be shaded smooth. And then assign that. And where's my shade smooth? Yeah. So like a little edge here. Yep, this edge has to be the skin. This should also be the skin. How does that look? Yeah. I think that's great progress for the start of the head. I mean the head is pretty much done here, but I got a little more detailing to do. I'm not sure how long making the rest of the animatronic will take me. But if it goes as good as this did, then yeah. Well, I think it's about time to wrap up my first stream. So let's play some 2020 mode on. Gosh, this sucks. Let's play some 2020 mode. Like even in the original FNAF games, even though it says that it's like 2020 mode, it's not technically true 2020 mode because there are AI caps on a lot of these. Do I have Unity showing now? Okay, I do. So even though it might say, oh wait, this one can genuinely be 2020, but even though it might say 2020 mode, it's not actually 2020 mode because there are AI caps, like hidden AI caps, because You don't want their movement to be so predictable that you like know for a fact that they're gonna be there, because you know, if it's like a 20 out of 20 chance, then obviously that's always gonna be true. So I'm gonna cap this one at. This one doesn't have a cap. It's gonna go to 20, but Rocco's gonna be at 17. Hopefully you guys can hear the audio cues that I put in. I'm gonna pause. My chill vibes and relaxing gaming music makes 3 hours. Just so you guys can hear all the cool stuff that I added. As far as like sound effects go. But yeah, let me see how long I can make it. I'm trying to flash all this stuff. Alright, he's already active. That's scary. So after he's in this state, he has like a set amount of time. Before he flashes, he creates a blackout like that. I'm trying to get Rocco to go away here. God damn it. I might have missed it. Every time I look away, he kind of moves up a little bit. Okay, yeah. Wait, does that count? But you have to be really... Oh my gosh. He is actually flashing constantly. I gotta try to get him to go away. Oh, I might have missed it. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Well, I guess I missed my deadline there. Basically, you have about 3 seconds to flash him. Or else, you know, you get jump scared. So, not fun. I mean, it is fun. Very, very fun game. Funnest game ever made, actually. That's what they're saying about this game. Which is why I'm going to hopefully get a couple YouTubers to play my game before it comes out. If you're interested in this, let me know. I don't even know what I mean by that, but you know, my email's in my bio. It's there. I hope to whoever checked in today, or whoever maybe watches this VOD if I do end up posting it, I hope you guys had a little bit of fun. I hope you enjoyed seeing what it was like behind the scenes. Yeah, that kind of wraps it up. That's a little bit of my process for creating a new animatronic and working on my game. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, like, you know, little sneak peek of what I'm working on. The video will be coming out either Sunday or Monday. I don't know if I want to say that. I usually post on Sunday or Monday, but I don't know if you'll figure it out. If it's there, go watch it. If it's not there, don't go watch it. Pretty simple. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can figure out how to end the stream, because this is my first stream.